Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. This is Connor from Futures Analytica. Today, of course, we are going to be using R33 L2Azimuth to trade ES futures. You can see right now we have my settings for counterspoof and trespass posted on the screen. Everything else is default. These are actually also the default settings, but I wanted to make it easy to access for you guys if you're hoping to get into the same or at least similar signals. Just got filled there, it looks like, or we've got placed into a limit order. We did not end up getting filled into the trade itself. As you can see, volatility is still pretty high today. We're still getting that lingering volatility from these tariffs.
Target filled.
Just got filled into our first trade. We ended up winning that one pretty quickly.
Target filled.
Another super solid trade there very quickly. I believe those were both trespass trades.
Target filled.
Ended up winning that one as well. So that's 3 trade wins in a row up to 372 now. This is exactly the kind of cyclical volatility that both trespass and counterspoof work very well in.
Target filled.
Got another super solid fill there up to 497.
Target filled.
Looks like we got a partial fill there, I believe. I don't know how many contracts we ended up getting into. Another partial win there. I believe that we actually got filled on almost all of our contracts in the past trade, but that one, I think we only made like 20 bucks off that. So I believe there's only one contract that we got filled on.
Target filled.
There we go. There's a full fill up to 766.64 now. Those partial fills actually do deteriorate performance
Target
a
filled.
bit because you get adversely selected for full contract entries on trades that you lose, like pretty much every time, because it's the way limit orders work. And every time that you lose or you win a trade where you get partially filled on it, that's now a trade that you would have made more money on. It's supposed to counter the loss of a full contract trade. So you should have much higher, at least marginally higher performance when using 1 or 2 contracts compared to the 6 that I'm swinging around. Even though we're on Apex, liquidity still does matter. If you guys are interested in asking, submitting questions during the stream, you guys can submit those here in chat.
Target filled.
Super quick fill there up to 1015.28.
Target filled.
Got a nice easy fill there.
Target filled.
Really easy trading day. Look at this. Look at this kind of
Target
volatility
filled.
here. It's very simple. There we go. I believe that's our first loss of the day. Back down to 1250.06. Another back-to-back loss there.
Target filled.
Take a look at the depth of market here on the right side. You can see here, this is not really standard distribution.
Target filled.
You often see a kind of conal distribution. This looks a lot more choppy. You can see there's a lot
Target
more
filled.
hot spots at each layer.
Target filled.
Hey Pari, you said when you turn it on, it says you don't have access to level 2 data. As long as the right side of the chart still shows the depth of market display right here, that likely
Target
is just
filled.
a visual error. And you do indeed have access to level 2 data still.
Target filled.
Also, there's a way you can verify this, and you can also just open up a super DOM
Target
in
filled.
your control center. You know, pretty interesting question, Matt. You said, what ATR range do you like to trade your settings in? I actually made these settings before these tariffs were announced, so this is definitely a pre-tariff setup, and it's still working well, even though we're getting this massively increased volatility. Lost a couple trades there, brought us all the way down to 880, so that's a little bit unfortunate.
Target filled. Target filled. Target filled.
Hey Vitas, I don't have any videos personally of me trading MNQ on this channel. Honestly, I
Target
probably
filled.
should do one. Maybe I'll do a small account challenge series. Um, but
Target
the way that
filled.
it works is that it's actually going to trade identically to the full contract. What you'll do is that you'll load MES on your chart. You'll go to your strategies. You'll load L2Azimuth, and then you will click trade full contract data, and it'll just use the data from the full contract ES contract, of course, and you'll get the same signals as you would when trading a full contract. Hey, Luco. If you're referring to Shop Pay installments, I don't believe that's available outside the U.S., but we do offer a quarterly plan, and we do offer PayPal installments. So if you're able to access PayPal Pay over time, that's another way to pay monthly.
Target filled.
Hey, Matt. So we bill based off of a rolling monthly basis. So if you,
Target
let's say
filled.
that if you bought February 11th, the next time that you would get billed was March 11th. Even though we don't care about the duration of the month, and and we always prorate the month. So we don't have a system where we bill everyone on the first.
Target filled.
Hey Hansel, that new setting is part of R33. You can see that those new settings with that 8-tick profit target and stuff, that is not used because we're not using managed orders
Target
mode.
filled.
We've never encountered the double order bug, so we do not need to use managed orders. We're just using our ATM strategies.
Target filled.
Hey Faber, you asked, hi, have you had any issues with Apex data, or is it reliable enough to run the program on this funding company? Thanks. Yes, absolutely. I'm using Apex data right now, actually. Zana, you said, is there a way to add a set daily loss with Apex within the actual machine? NinjaTrader and allow you to adjust the risk. Yes, actually, we did add this in R31. You can now set a maximum
Target
loss per day,
filled.
maximum gain per day, times to trade, and maximum drawdown. So we do have risk controls built into the software now, and it'll automatically stop trading once you reach a certain profit target, or hopefully not maximum loss, as well as max drawdown from your peak. Hey, Steven. You asked, did you say micros would work? And is there any problem with prop firms? Yes, Stephen, absolutely micros work. You're able to trade micro contracts using the full contract data. So there'll be no discernible difference
Target
when
filled.
trading the micro contract versus the full. And in fact, I believe that you will do a bit better on micros than the full because there's more liquidity available on micros. To answer your second question, which was any problems with prop firms, I can attest that there are no problems using this on an Apex account. I've never had any issues with payouts. You can see in my account selector, we actually are trading on an Apex account right now. Hey, Jonas, I actually did get your email and I did correct that billing error. So sorry about this. We did, when we update the pricing on quarterly, which we did increase recently, it's supposed to honor the pricing that previous customers had locked in, but looks like it didn't this time, and I did refund you the difference to
Target
the previous
filled.
price. Hey, Sean, you said, are you able to onboard us with all the settings? Yeah, absolutely, Sean. So you can see that I have the settings posted up right here inside of the stream. Those are actually the default settings. Everything I'm using today on stream is the default settings that come out of the box with the software. All you have to do is run the installer, and what this will do is it'll actually configure your NinjaTrader exactly like mine. It will load up these settings on the default template, and everything will be user ready.
Target
All you have to do
filled.
is click enable. Now, if you're having any issues, we can absolutely personally walk you through that. But
Target filled.
looks like we got filled there up to 2243.52. And also, if you have any questions with that, if you don't even want to do any of the installation, you just would like to
Target filled.
sit back and have us do the whole thing, we do actually offer that service through Sierra Link. So if you get a Sierra Link VPS and you own the product, we will install everything for you and set it all up, and you'll just be ready to start trading immediately.
Target filled.
Hey Zana, the latest version of the software does come pre-trained. We use a different type of machine learning where it just trains all of it the second
Target
you load
filled.
up the software. We do have a pre-trained machine learning model that ships out with each individual software. It's all the same. And then we have a short-term forecasting machine learning model, which is this forecasting model up at the top right. And that is what we're looking at in terms of your quote-unquote machine learning model.
Target filled.
All you do is you load up the strategy. Everything's done automatically. There's no training period. It just looks at the past
Target filled.
1,600 bars, and it automatically creates a model based off of that price movement and tries to predict future price movement from that. And it derives that and turns that into a 2-tick micro forecasting score. Hey Al, you said, what is your stop and take profit and trespass and counter spoof? It is 3 stop and 2 take profit. And we're using limit order stops.
Target filled.
Hey Steven, you asked, is Sierra Link a faster connection? I don't know what you're using, but unless you live right next to the exchange or are already using a very fast VPN.
Target
Whoa,
filled.
look at that. This is crazy. That is some insane volatility. Not exactly sure what's happening here, guys. Wow, that is insane. Probably some kind of news just came out.
Target filled.
Up to 33.36 today.
Target filled.
Par, you said which plan is better in Sierra? That's going to be the Sierra plan. That's our highest plan at the moment. Wow, this is some crazy volatility. That was some crazy slippage we just encountered there. Sean, you said, what's Apex data 2? Not sure how to answer this question. I'm assuming you mean level 2 data. Apex does offer level 2 data with their evaluation NPA accounts. It's just $10 a month. I think that's what you're referring to.
Target filled.
We got 91 viewers here today, guys. If you guys are enjoying what you're seeing today, Leaving a like would be super helpful.
Target filled.
Very nice. We're only at 17 likes right now, so yeah, thank you guys.
Target filled. Target filled.
Getting some very nice fills here up to 3381.28. Sean, you asked, how do we get set up?
Target
I'm not sure
filled.
if you're a current owner of the product, but if you are, this is not a difficult process. You just go to your
Target
members
filled.
area, you download the exe installer, just run that installer, open up your NinjaTrader,
Target
click
filled.
on Tools, click on Import, and then you'll just import the zip file that you downloaded. After that, you go to Workspaces, and then you just load the workspace, and everything will already be done if you do that. Awesome, Matt. Glad to have you on Sierra. We only have a few more slots actually left on Sierra Link right now. We're reaching our server capacity. It's going to be a couple more months until we get some server space back on. Steven, you said if you had a losing day, almost seems too good to be true. Yeah, absolutely. I've had losing days. I had 2 losing days last week, 1 losing day this week, and I have actually never had a red week though. I've always been green, so if I trade every day throughout the week, I've never had a red week on it. But I definitely have losing days. Almost at minimum once a week I have a losing day. Para, you asked what indicators have to be turned on. None. If you just load up the strategy, that's all you need. You actually don't even need the Analytica Chart 4 Plus that I have loaded up here. I have this to visually indicate what's going on in the market for myself.
Target filled.
Just got filled there up to 4376.52. Hey, Brandon, you said, do you always have microcongruity on or just during highly volatile trading days? Generally, highly volatile trading days, you'll always want to have microcongruity on for that additional layer of filtration.
Target filled.
Sometimes if volatility gets really low, I'll turn it off, but honestly, you really should just not trade. The only time I'll just turn that off is if I'm on stream and I want to get some good content. But that does decrease the win rate by about 5%.
Target filled.
Par, you said, will buying NT data or Apex data make any difference? It should not make a difference.
Target filled.
Got some really easy fills here. And honestly, you're asking here, almost seems too good to be true. Hey, dude, I get it. But just look for yourself on what's going on in the market here. If you go to your chart, price action is going to look exactly the same. You can see the timestamp at the bottom, 8:04:24. That's Pacific Standard Time. You can see this exact same chart movement happening on your screen. This is all in real time. It's unless I could like just see the future. There's no way to fake this. So. Oh, awesome, Stan. That is super interesting. I'd love to see what you've created on Polarity. Hey, Jonas. So you said, what size Apex accounts have you noticed works better because of the trading drawdown or trailing drawdown? You know, honestly, it's completely dependent on how many contracts you use.
Target filled.
If you're looking for a balance, I would do the smallest account and then just use 1 contract. But there's nothing wrong with scaling up and using a bigger account size and just decreasing it and just keeping the number of contracts the same. This will just give you a greater cushion to trade with. So you don't have to scale up your contracts when you're trading on those big accounts. Hey there, Zana. You said, I'm sorry for all the questions. I've been trying to get in contact with you guys. For the lifetime and additional license, do the additional 1 have to be in the same household? No, you do not. You do not have to be in the same household to use that additional machine ID add-on. And the reason why this is that we do this so that you can use it at work.
Target filled.
And honestly, you can even use it, give it to a friend. It's the additional license isn't exactly like the cheapest thing in the world. Looks like we reached our profit target already. Let's keep trading here for a little bit. But yeah, you don't have to be in the same household for that additional license to work. Al, you said, will IQ feed with NT feed and brokerage like Apex
Target
have better
filled.
results by a lot versus NinjaTrader with brokerage only? I assume you connect IQ feed first too. Um, this isn't something that we found to be considerable in differences in performance. Matt, yeah, we'll
Target
send you a remote
filled.
desktop connection address that you'll be able to connect to. Your server is being spun up right now. It does take some time for that instance to be created from basically a blank sheet. So
Target
if you
filled.
don't want to twiddle your thumbs right now, Matt, if you shoot an email to Sierra Link support saying that you're a current Futures Analytica customer, put your email that you purchased L2Azimuth with, and we'll look you up and we'll install L2Azimuth for you. Kind of getting some chop here. We're a little bit below our profit target now.
Target filled.
Back up to 48.73.
Target filled.
Well, we're back up to our profit target. I did try and I got a little bit greedy there earlier, and I tried to go above 5,000. I think I'm going to end up calling it there for today, guys. But yeah, if you guys have any extra questions here, I'll be on for a little bit longer on answering these for you. If you guys enjoyed today's stream, it means so much if you guys left a like. We have 109 viewers right now, only 35 likes. It'd be pretty sweet if you guys were able to click that like button for us. And if you're interested in seeing more of these streams, if you turn on subscriptions and you turn on notifications, you'll be able to see beforehand when they start. We also shoot out an email whenever we're doing these streams. So sign up for an email list on the website to get notified beforehand on when these streams happen. But guys, Kevin, you asked, is there a tutorial on how to tweak parameters in response to market conditions? Or what you're watching on L2 as the dynamics change? Okay, Kevin, I actually have not tweaked the parameters based off of changing market conditions. These are the same settings I used before the tariff announcement, and if I can tell you one thing is considerably for certain, market conditions are very different from the time that before February 28th or before March 28th versus after. So these settings have continued to work through the volatility and before the volatility. So these settings are pretty bulletproof. We found a really good middle ground with them, especially with R33 and the improvements that we've rolled out with those. Hey, Par, you asked if there are any offers on Sierra. I can say this, is that if you get a lifetime license between now and the end of next week, we'll give you a free month of Sierra. Just shoot us an email after you purchase your lifetime license, and we'll give you a free month on that. Hey, Zana, you asked, can I purchase the quarterly then before and then upgrade it to lifetime after? So yes, you can. We do allow a credit, but we don't apply the full credit. We just do a half credit. So if you spent, like, let's say $800 on a quarterly plan, you would get $400 towards the lifetime. Hey there, Sean. This does work on mobile NinjaTrader VPS, so you don't need to get a new VPS on that. There's no specific lock to any kind of VPS. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I do appreciate it. We actually are running a 20% off code on L2Azimuth right now. It's going to be code R33update at checkout for 20% off. Appreciate you guys all tuning in today. Super fun. Today is a really exciting day for me. I'm getting my new McLaren 750S today. They've been shipping it from Connecticut. We finally got it figured out. They're buying back my old McLaren Artura just because it's been having a lot of issues. And fortunately, they've been nice and they're giving me the full amount back that I paid for it. So I decided to apply that for a little upgrade. We worked super hard last year. Done really well on trading. Had some really cool business ventures. So um, this is a car that I've always wanted, so I'm super excited about it. It's going to be delivered like later tonight or early tomorrow morning. And yeah, there's been a lot of anticipation for this purchase. I've been thinking about it for like 6 or 7 months now. I've been watching the same car. It didn't get sold. The price got dropped a few times, and um, yeah, this is something super exciting for me. Hope you guys are excited for me. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. See you later.